Welcome back, Guardians. This is Cloud of the Deadly Defecators coming from you live at the tower. It's out. Weapon Tune 2.0. A lot of mixed reviews already coming out about it, and it's starting to get me worried. But rest assured, there is reasoning to all the madness. So real quick, we're going to go ahead and I'm just going to go ahead and pull it up. We're going to go through it today. The Destiny Review. So let's kick it off. From the desk of the Sandbox designer John Wisniewski. Hello everyone, this update has been a long time coming, but I'm very happy to be here again to talk about some pending weapon changes. This time around, we're hitting a lot of stuff, so I hope you're wearing your reading pants. Now, bear with me guys, I'm going to try and skim through as much as we possibly can. So here we go, we're going to start off with the first big topic, the base weapon changes. From what I'm seeing, the damage fall off, it's going to make it so it's definitely more mid-range, up close still. Here we go, the changes. Increased base damage, there we go. Starting damage fall off closer to player to emphasize its role as a close to medium range. Small reduction in stability. Optimal range is unaffected by repeated precision hits. Require more weapon control to land consistently. Boost damage by 10% against AI combatants. Looks like the auto rifle's getting a nice little PvE buff, a little 10%. Here we go, pulse rifles. Alright, can still effectively engage enemies at close or medium long range. Sets pace for players to track moving targets. Not bad. Should feel strong in PvP, but don't become the only competitive option. Alright. Alright, even better. Another PvE buff for the pulse rifles. I'm liking this so far. Changes, here we go. Base damage on medium by about 2.5%. Alright, PvP burst 2 or 3 depending on victim's armor stat. Okay, well, you knew a nerf was going to be coming at some point in time because of the massive red death spike on the chart, which we'll get to there later and you'll see it. Small reduction, base stability. A burst still lands all shots at optimal range, but 3 precision hits will require more weapon control to land consistent. Alright. Magazine size on all base inventory stats. Nice. Alright, I mean, a small little PvP downgrade, a PvE upgrade, and some increased mag size is always a good thing. Scout rifles. My bread and butter. Here we go. Alright, the sweet spot pretty nicely. That is awesome for me. I'm happy about that. Let's see. Best primary weapon for long range engagements. Yeah. Okay. Here we go, the changes. Increased base damage for medium to high rate of fire scout rifles. Okay. Does not affect the Taken King in PvP on a guardian with full health. Okay. Increased magazine size for all base inventory stats. Nice. Reduced final accuracy when firing from the hip, which is okay, I guess. And, alright, and then another scout rifle boost for AI, which is pretty nice as well. So far everything's getting a nice little bump towards the PvE side. Alright, and I know this one's going to be the big one for everyone that uses and rocks hand cannons, because this is pretty much the meta for the Crucible is a hand cannon or a shotgun, so looks like those are my next two. Alright, changes. Damage fall off closer to the player to limit long range lethality. Okay. No more cross-mapping people with Send It with the Thorn. Small reduction in ADS accuracy, targeting at long range. Long range snap shooting less reliable. Makes sense because I don't care how fast and quick your reflexes are, someone always overcompensates, even if it's just a hair. Fast firing from the hip is less reliable. Alright, so the last word is slowly getting a little bit of a debuff there. Reduce magazine size of all base inventory stats. That's going to be crucial. Reduce base optics for all hand cannons. Adds now grant more width in favor of depth. Okay, so from what I'm seeing out of that, means that, you know, the last word, if you were known to be pretty lethal with it on that hip fire part, it's not going to be as accurate. So don't count on the headshots. And instead of zooming in when you're trying to sight out, it looks like you're gonna get more of a panoramic picture instead of a tunnel kind of vision shot. And the shotguns. Oh, the shotguns. This one's fun. I read this one earlier just because I wanted to see how this would change. Looks like it's getting a PvE debuff as well. Curb shotgun effectiveness in PvE slightly to reintroduce some risk when closing on a powerful enemy. Kind of makes sense if you guys watched Broman, Fourth Horseman, Valus Tark in the face, and it was like 2 clips and he was dead. So that kind of makes sense. Gives it that more reliability of knowing that, you know, when you're going in towards, you know, a Holified Knight or something like that, you better make sure he's close to being dead. Basically a little bit more situational awareness. Here we go, changes. Shotgun perks that enhance lethality. Oh, here we go. This one's the one that everyone's going to be upset about. When combined with a high initial rate stat, let's see. Reduce shot package accuracy by 30%. Rangefinder adds 5% base range. Increases ADS. And it was only 20. It was 20, and now it's only going to be 5. Or no, adds 5. Holy crap, now it's 25. That's going to be interesting. Reduce precision damage multiplayer on shotguns by 10%. Alright, so PvP debuff 10% on shotguns so far. Reduce damage against AI combatants by 10%. So overall the shotguns got clipped pretty good, and I think it makes it a little bit more interesting because now the game is going to be a little bit more competitive. It's going to be spread out more. You're not going to have to worry about a lot of people, you know, running around with the meta right now, which is the blink shotgun combo, and whereas some people like to call it getting warriored. It's I think it's a buff that, or a debuff that needed to happen. Because if you remember right, no one used shotguns for the longest time because they were quote unquote trash. I remember when I started, no one used a shotgun because they sucked. Everyone used a fusion rifle, and I think what's happening now is after giving these buffs and then watching play, you know, endless hours of people in the Crucible, playing against people, random people in the Crucible, doing raids with people, doing strikes with people, people are beginning to realize at Bungie that, hey, you know, this is a little overpowered, so let's try and equalize it with everything else. And I think that's kind of what's going on with the shotguns. They want it to be, you know, if you don't rock a shotgun into Crucible or as your secondary, they want you to know that probably a fusion rifle is going to be just as good, if not about the same. Literally, probably based on what I'm seeing right now. But let's see what they did to the fusion rifles. Slow charging, high impact fusion rifles have decreased range values. Okay, so now we're talking about range style, or range wise, they're going to be roughly the same as the shotgun, so that's going to be interesting to watch. Projectile speed is reduced slightly. Okay. Alright, so now they're making you actually lead targets instead of letting them be, you know, basically high-powered shotgun rounds, like all 5 of them hitting someone. Improved accuracy for short range, reduced accuracy for long range. Yeah, so what I'm seeing right now is fusions and shotguns are going to be pretty much about the same again. They are equalizing them, and I think that's a pretty good move by Bungie's behalf, just because, you know, if you didn't have a shotgun that had shot package and luck in the chamber or final round, people would be booting you from the team, you know, and if all that stuff just because of that, which is absolutely ridiculous. And I know this is the hot button one. This is the one everyone I hear griping about. I think it's ingenious. You want to know why? Here we go. I'm just going to read this entire one just because a lot of people are going to have very mixed opinions about this one. It's going to be one of those ones where everyone is going to be griping about something somewhere. So Bungie's doing what they can to try and stabilize and equalize everything all across the board in anticipation for the Taken King. So let's see, sniper rifles are playing into their intended role right now. We don't feel a need to change their base behavior. However, one piece of feedback that the community has been very social about is the effective of the final round perk when combined with high impact sniper rifles. So all you people with your LDRs and your final rounds and your Effordent spears and final rounds, this is going to be the one for you. All those people who do final rounding in Trials and Crucible and Skirmish and all that stuff, this affects you right now. And this is why you are the reason that this happened, basically. Around the time of the 111 changes, we started phasing this perk out on sniper rifles and combined it with special ammo economy changes. Introduced in the multiplayer design team, we hope to see that this perk lose its potency. The introduction of the Trials of Osiris put us back on the spot to address this perk. To address this by changing the final round to only scale precision damage for sniper rifles. The change fits the role of the sniper rifle for both PvP and PvE. Alright, the goals so far is the sniper rifles are optimal at long range and difficult for use at the medium and short range combat, which is pretty much true for any of the sniper rifles in Destiny. Reward thumb skill with high damage precision targets. Okay, the final round perk on sniper rifles should still require precision shots. That is their goal. Here's what they're doing to change it. Final round on a sniper rifles buff precision damage only, not base damage. So you final rounders, you're gonna have to learn to get better or learn how to actually get some gun skill, because a body shot just ain't gonna cut it now. Which I think definitely levels the playing field for those people who like to use final round and sit in the back of the map and try and pull that crap. I think this is fantastic. This change only affects this perk when combined with sniper rifles. That's pretty cool. I think that's a great one. I think it's a fantastic one. Absolutely fantastic. Rocket launchers, pretty much, increased blast, grenades and horseshoes, detonations reduced. That's pretty much where everything is sitting around the same. Now here's where we get to the fun parts. All the exotic tunings. So, hard light, increased base stability, increased bounce count for hard light projectiles. Projectiles are not affected by damage fall off anymore. So it looks like the hard light got a nice little buff roll. So be prepared to be seeing a lot of hard lights rolling around in the Cruci next. The Necro, the one that everyone's been praying for a buff because they all said it was doo-doo. Increased stability. Alright, increased mag size. Nice, nice. The Cursebringer perk, trigger on precision kills. And the Cursebringer explosion has increased radius and deals more damage. So that's going to be kind of nice for the Thrall part. And for the PvP aspect, that's going to be kind of nice. Here we go, my gun, the last word. Reduce range stat to 10. Whoo! Reduce stability to 20. Damn! Automatic aiming is reduced. Increase accuracy and precision damage aim assist scale when firing from the hip. Get 3 coffins ready. That's going to be interesting. Fix bugs with hipfire damage bonus applying incorrectly. Okay. So It's just getting a little bit of a reduce on range and stability, which is going to kind of